Kilo fait on monte chocolate, fine, oh bucket, watch your love for like it, why not more mote, your body, chocolate, bush it ready, yeah, imade, double sile, kilo fait, why now?
Hey y'all, hey. I don't care what y'all say, I like that song. Welcome to Unicorn Straight No Chaser, where you come for the shenanigans, but you stay for the debauchery. Let my co-hosts introduce themselves. Ladies first.
Hey, I'm Tokyo T. I'm here to bring you inside Pandora's box full of kinks and chaos, so stay tuned for Inside the Box.
And of course, the light skin.
The light skin.
Yeah.
Hashtag the light skin. The Carty Experience, your soft dom daddy here. Bringing the peen to the show.
Can you say that into the mic softly, please?
Oh yeah, for the ASMR people.
Yes.
So you're a soft dom daddy here.
That way, if Carolyn comes in, she can rewind and get her thrills. So before we get started, let's do a bit of housekeeping. First, shout out to the best stream tech and editor, Jess the best. Yes, do the noise, do the noise. And then, of course, me, Siren by night, your queen of extra, your sultan of shenanigans, your diva of debauchery, and official HBIC, and then our co-executive producer, the bald man, the bald-headed demon. So tonight we will be getting into the debauchery. This is going to be part of a two-part series. All right. So we're going to start with the women this week and then go into the men next week. So later on, we'll get into the mess. Make sure y'all stay tuned for that. But first up is our mental health topic. So I'm going to throw out some names to y'all. Jada Pinkett Smith, another bald-headed demon. Megan Thee Stallion.
Toxic.
Michelle Obama.
Slightly toxic.
Serena Williams.
Goat.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah, she's a goat.
And Sierra. Oh, my baby mama. Yes. So what do all these women, these Black women, have in common? At some point in time, they have all been referred to as too masculine or too aggressive or described as being the one wearing the pants in the family. And when we get to the subject of Sierra and Megan, it has even been rumored that they're supposedly men. You know, they had a penis at some point in time. So I saw a lot of things going around my feed. That's normally how I get my inspiration. And I wanted to have this conversation about why do Black men specifically, not just Black men, but we're going to delve into Black men specifically. Why do they think that Black women are too masculine? So last week we talked about, the so-called emasculation of the Black man. And this week we're talking about the emasculation of the Black woman, because they definitely use stereotypes when they are discussing us and our personalities and what they think Black women are, right? Mm-hmm. So when I think of Black women, I think of them being strong, being creative, being wise. However, there are many people that do not see us that way. They think that we are too independent, too masculine, too loud, too aggressive, too opinionated, very non-traditional. And a lot of people do equate that with our femininity and do not see us as feminine. So when you think of the words feminine, you think of associating words like soft, selfless, demure, fragile, chaste. I don't think I use any of those words to describe myself at all.
Not a chaste woman.
No. So, and people equate those words that I just use with femininity and sex appeal. So the white lens and view of sex appeal. When y'all hear the word feminine, what do you think of?
Smell good.
Smell good? Okay.
Yeah, close your eyes. What does femininity mean to you? Like, oh, they smell good. They feel good. They talk sexy.
You just walk around talking sexy. How you ask for, hand me the plate, sexy.
And they're like, yes, daddy. I'm like, yeah, that's fucking right. That's fucking sexy femininity.
Tequila
right
got stuck.
Huh?
Tequila, you look like you got stuck. You couldn't think of a word to associate with being feminine?
No, beautiful, curvy. I do think of soft, I guess, like soft edges, if that makes sense, like hips and thighs. I don't know, lips for some reason. I don't know what that's. I don't know.
Clean. I like the word clean.
Clean.
I like my girls clean. Them roughneck bitches to be
Wow. Wow. Okay. All right. That's interesting. Because it looks like, especially in terms of tequila, that's not something that you ever thought about before. Like, what do you equate as being feminine? Would you consider yourself to be feminine?
I think when I get dressed, I feel feminine. Like lipstick. I feel feminine when I get dressed. My hair is done. Eyelashes, stuff like that. I feel feminine. During the week, I don't. I feel like a nigga. I don't care. Like I don't care about my clothes. I don't care about none of that shit. I got shit to do. I'm focused. You know. So yeah, when I work on it, I feel feminine. Like,
can I give a shout out to Cammy? Hey, Cammy. La Rosa Negra. I don't say it as cute as she says it. She said, I'm about as soft as a hammer in a blanket. And for y'all that don't know, I also EP a show that's called Everything Wrong With. Cammy is one of the hosts of the show. So y'all make sure that y'all check them out on Mondays. Okay. But yeah, back to what we were saying. So you said during the week, you don't feel like that.
No.
I would agree with you. During my work week, I very much don't feel feminine at all. I'm just trying to get up, go to work, get these kids out the door, and survive. And then if I have somewhere to go on the weekend, like when I'm not here in my fat pants and stuff, then I feel feminine. I feel a little feminine right now. You know,
I feel like a girl, like a female. Yep, I feel like a girl. Especially if I put a lash on. Now this is the only caveat. If I have a lash on that I'm keeping on, I feel like I feel feminine all the time. Okay. It's a real weird thing. Like if I got lashes on for a long time, I feel cute. I feel like I care.
The lash is a lock for you.
The lash does it. It does it. Something about it.
Okay. So the thing about it is, right, we threw out all these things that we consider to be feminine, and we also noted that there are times that we do not feel feminine. But especially when it comes to Black women, we have not had the luxury, right, to focus on being feminine, because we had to deal with things that white women in particular do not have to deal with, right? We had to deal with discrimination. We have had to, over time, be the one to pick up the pieces in our family. We have had to be the breadwinners. We have had to deal with the fallout from slavery and the home being broken up. And so we have had to strengthen ourselves and be strong constantly in ways that certain women will never understand and never know. That does something to your exterior. It really, really does. So that's why I use the term a white lens, femininity through a white lens, because what that looks like for us is something completely different because we don't have that. While our men were, you know, being disadvantaged and going through what they were going through, somebody had to be there to support them and be their backbone, you know, and I think a lot of people take that for granted. So we enter the Black man, right? He perpetuates the European American view on femininity because they want this proximity to whiteness. You get to a certain point, you get to a certain level, like Kanye says in the song, and when he get on, he leave your ass for a white girl, because you want this proximity to whiteness, and then equate with having a white woman who is looked at as being more submissive and docile, like Carty was referencing before we came onto the stream, and that means I have made it. I cannot be white, but this is as close as I can get. This is the closest proximity to whiteness that I can get.
I wasn't trying to say that at all, but yeah, I mean,
you were trying to say
floats your boat.
But we were discussing how you said that on your other show that black men were traveling abroad to find wives. Why? Because they want someone that's traditional. Traditional means submissive. That's what that means.
So that study did not account for black men. That was really just for men in general, but it leaned heavily on the Caucasian race. A lot of black men aren't doing that. A lot of black men are actually preferring to say single and unmarried in today's society.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I believe which I had everything up. I had on Tuesday on my show, but it was 51% men to 48% women decided, black women between the ages of 25 and 42 were remaining to just remain single or at least cohabitate to that degree.
Marriage.
Yeah, without going to marriage. As of right now, just marriage isn't on the table for folks right now because
I get it.
Why?
Dating is
It doesn't really benefit anyone.
Really doesn't,
When
right?
you think about it, back in the day, it benefited people in a different way. Marriage meant something. It was a merger of assets. Nobody got shit now. So
y'all don't feel like marriage benefits men more than it does women? Because
it never really
doesn't
did
benefit
in
men
history.
at all. So
I don't agree.
I don't see how it benefits men. They the one that half the time had to pay alimony and child support and all that shit.
That's
So
a divorce. I'm talking about how marriage benefits men. Cammy said, I feel feminine, not necessarily when I look at it a particular way, because I can be a femme in boots and a do-rag, but when I have the energy to feel it, it's a practice of feeling put together. I can completely see that, and some people do not feel put together unless they have lashes and makeup and all that on. Hey Carolyn, traditional still gets cheated on. The Jacksons made that so clear. They have the opposite of the traditional on their side. I would agree with that too, but I'm going to tell you why I say that marriage benefits men more, because first of all, married women die earlier than single women. Okay. That marriage is hell. It puts women through hell. If you look it up, married women die at an earlier age than single women, whereas married men live longer than single men, because we're going to make sure you go to the doctor. We're going to make sure you eat right. We have someone, we're doing the laundry. We're taking care of the kids. Marriage benefits the man more than the woman, in my opinion, because you have someone that takes care of you. Think about what you do for your husband. Think about what you do for your husband that to kill a specific that he would not do if you were not with him. His dick probably would just fall off.
Jeez, just to give up on the man. God damn. Shit.
It probably would just fall off. Like,
you know what?
Carty, I feel like you want to disagree. You are no longer married, but you were married.
Yeah, and it didn't really benefit me.
That's why you're not married no more. But a good wife.
It ain't for everybody. I mean, good wife or not a good wife.
Listen, I'm not even married.
I don't know. It would be the same thing if you just cohabitated for a long time. You don't have to get married. I don't see the statistics being any different though. Like if you and your boyfriend lived together for 1,000 years, never got married, I'm sure the wife will probably still die early. So it's not the marriage that's making it happen. It's just the relationship. So the study was done specifically on married couples, but cohabitation, it could be looked at as the same as a marriage if we're looking at how you interact and how you live your life. But the fact of the matter is that a relationship that looks like marriage, because if you are living together and it's been years and years, it's what did they used to call it? Common law.
Common law, 10 years. No, that's all a law in Pennsylvania.
No, it's not.
Yeah, the common law. I'll Google it real quick.
Google it.
Sure.
I don't believe so. I don't think so. Anyway, my point being is that many men, black men, they use words like aggressive, loud, controlling. They use these terms when they speak specifically about black women and why they don't like black women. And I have heard men say, you know, like black women act more like niggas than niggas act like niggas. Now, I'm going to say in a way that can be true. In a way, I think that can be true. Like, you know, no offense to my people from New York.
Now, you know what? When you talk about them, they definitely.
Hey, you want to say something?
Oh, they curse you the fuck out. Yes, you do. Yeah, I agree.
And us Philly girls is not that far behind.
True.
Also true.
Yeah, some of us is thugs. I'm just saying. I got to think about myself sometimes. I always am spouting about my masculine energy. So, yes, I do believe that to a certain extent. Carty, now you are a man and you're around men all the time. You gonna tell me you have not heard black men say any of these things?
No. All my friends are all pro-black, you know, so they do believe they're pro-black. None of my friends are dating white women, so I can say that.
No, I'm talking about the using certain words that black women don't do this. They're loud. They're aggressive. They don't do this. White women do this. They freakier. Blah blah blah. They cater to their men. You've never heard that. You've never heard that.
Not my circle of friends. No.
That ain't what I said. I said you've never heard that.
I've never heard it.
This nigga's lying.
Why would I lie for?
This nigga is lying. Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you.
Man, I have not heard it.
He said he never heard. You ain't never read it on social media. You ain't never heard it in a video. You ain't never. This is foreign.
I mean, in life, yeah, I've heard it in life, and you know, of course, Caribbean folks, you know, they always be like, "Oh, we gotta, you know, white woman's the way to go." You know, in the Caribbean circle.
Thank you, Izzy. Thank you. Because see, y'all don't know he Caribbean. I know he's Caribbean. That's why I'm like, you're full of shit right now.
I mean, everyone's heard it. There's been jokes about it. There's been movies made about it. Like, we know it's been said. So I'm not acting oblivious to it. I'm just saying within my circle, like we don't have actually talk like that or have those type of conversations.
You have a question,
but to you. But no, we pull back. We pull back over here. I mean, I
know who you do a podcast with. You have a questionable circle. That's all I'm saying.
Certain things, but I mean, I have family members who have married outside the race, and that was always brought up as a a thing. Like, why the hell did you do that for? But I got my white queen. Okay.
Did they say that for real?
Your food ain't seasoned or anything like that, and not quite sure how she can protect you in certain situations. But okay, hey, as long as you happy, who am I to judge? But
a white queen,
I don't know. I was just raised different, so never won't catch me.
Tequila, have you heard that? Because I feel like this is something I've heard your husband say somewhat, some of it, not all of it, but some of it. He was a fan. He's a fan of Kevin Samuels, correct?
Did partake in the Kevin Samuel brave
ideology.
Like, the whole like. He thought, he was spitting the truth and saying, how people are and all that bullshit. He did, but he don't. I feel like he be full of shit. He just be talking. I don't know. He like to ruffle people's feathers and shit.
There be some truths.
So
I know sometimes the people he around are probably like that or talk like that or something like that. But I don't know. He would never date a white woman. He would never date anybody like that, or I don't.
I'm not saying
I don't know. I think he just see a lot of.
I'm not saying that he would date a white woman. It's just that all day long I see this type of stuff in my feed and black men saying these type of things. Now all of a sudden everybody's just like, yeah, I'm pro woman, pro life and pro women and pro black women. And now we need to be real, because we hear it all the time that we are too loud and we're too aggressive and we don't cater to people. That's why misogynoir is a word, because specifically there's a demographic of black men that seem to not very much care for a black woman at all. And my thing is why. It all is rooted in colorism and texturism. That's what it all is. Because look at the women on the list that I just named, right? Michelle Obama, they were calling her a monkey. Serena Williams, they definitely talked about her and her body type because she's dark skinned, because she's masculine. You know what I mean? She's in sports, athletic. They talked about her. She got a whole husband. But they still have stuff to say about her. Sierra,
white husband.
And he loves her, and that's fine.
And the billionaire.
Even better.
Can't compete with that.
Even better.
So you think it's just about colorism and things, and not about like their body type? You know what I mean? They are very masculine body type. Like Serena has a masculine body. She got a big butt, you know what I'm saying? But she is like masculine featured. You know what I'm saying? Like her shoulders is broad and
Is Megan Thee Stallion masculine looking? Is Sierra masculine?
I don't think
so.
Now back in the day, Sierra used to be masculine to me. Them broad shoulders, but she also has a athletic body from dancing.
She has a dancer's body, and when has a dancer's body ever been seen as masculine? She was very thin. She just started gaining a little bit of weight. She was always very, very thin and petite. She was tall, but that was it. So what about her made her possibly have a penis?
She looked masculine to me back in the day. I don't know why.
I don't know. Whoever made that gossip story is the goat of gossip. I remember hearing that back in high school.
This is what the problem was with Sierra. Sierra didn't dance like what people think a woman should dance like. Sierra could dance with the boys and keep up with the boys. She could dance with Chris Brown. She could dance with all of them and keep up with them. She wasn't dancing like Beyonce. You know what I mean? Overly sexual.
I guess so, but then you have Aaliyah too, who had the same exact body type and the same type dance moves, and no one was calling her masculine.
She did not. Now we telling lies again, because Aaliyah did not dance like Sierra. Now stop it.
She could dance though.
She could dance, but not nowhere near her level at all. Aaliyah wasn't like a trained dancer. Sierra's a trained dancer. She's not fucking with
Rest
Sierra.
in peace, Aaliyah. This one's for you.
Yeah, rest in peace, Aaliyah, but you ain't fucking with Sierra. Like that's
Look, man, at first you don't succeed. She did all that shit. Fucking try again.
I do think that it has something to do with colorism, because white women can do the same exact things that black women do, and it's not do the same.
Let's stop right there. Let's stop there.
All right, go ahead.
White women can't compete, can't do the same things black women can do. Point blank, period. They can try to emulate, they can try the best they can, but they will come short every fucking time.
That I agree with. But what I'm saying is, seeing a white woman do the same thing, be loud or be aggressive, like when we talk about Hispanic women. Oh, Hispanic women are spicy. You know, she'll cut you like you. She a Latina. Is when she cussing you out and throwing things at you. It's cute. It's just passionate. But a black woman doing it,
toxic.
It is toxic. No, it is toxic. I agree with you. But what I'm saying is, it's not viewed the same way. A white presenting Latina throwing a flip flop at you is different from a dark skinned black woman throwing something at you. It's viewed differently. I like her. She's
maybe because it's culture. Like we're just groomed to expect that from that type of woman, or maybe. I mean, you date a Latina woman, you got, so she'll cut me if it comes to, or she'll just throw a shoe at me or some crazy ass shit. I mean, just to be expected, right? So does that fall into just
why is that to be expected?
Social norms for Latino people?
It's still stereotypes, but what I'm saying is the way that it's viewed is different. It's
Maybe
not.
it depends on like who you was raised by or how you were raised. Maybe what, like you had a really feminine mother who was a certain type of way. Maybe that's what you expect in the girls that you date. Or, if you grew up in a Latino household and your mom was spicy and beat your ass with a shoe, you kind of expect your girlfriend to beat your ass with a shoe and you accept that. Maybe it depends on other factors. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that is right or you shouldn't say those things and stuff like that. Don't be so biased, but maybe that's kind of where it comes from. I don't know.
But Latino women, stop it. Fucking stop it. Stop
I get
all
it.
the cutting shit.
I get it.
Come on, be responsible.
So you guys don't think that, because can we all agree that those women that I named, and other women in general, like even Gabrielle Union, right, that they have been touted as being dominating in their relationships, or being masculine, having masculine traits?
The alpha woman.
Jada Pinkett. I mean,
oh yeah, she wear the dick in the family. Jada wears a strap on in the family.
And why do you say that?
Because look at her husband.
Look how the way she treats her husband.
Her husband is losing his goddamn mind.
Just the meanest shit out of Will.
But you know what's crazy?
He just takes.
I kind of feel like if Will didn't act like that, I wouldn't have really looked at her that bad. Like, I don't know. I feel like Jada Pinkett used to be feminine. Like, she used to have pretty features to me. I don't know. It's just because she got older and her like jawline got sharp and shit. Like, I don't know what happened.
I disagree.
Okay, so I just want to dissect this. You're saying that she used to be feminine and now she's more masculine. Is it because
she always looked like a boy to me?
Is it because she cheated on him and he stayed with her? And that's something that men don't typically do for women?
No, I just think
that, and still too.
He acting weird. I don't really care about the cheating part. I feel like that's just your own, the slap more made him seem like a nut to me. So
do you feel like he's acting more in the feminine role in a relationship?
Yes, I do.
He beta.
But
why? Like, who made up these gender norms and these roles, right? That's a social construct. Who is to say that the way he's acting is feminine and the way she's acting is masculine? Who decided it?
Well, the culture.
Yeah. I mean, society, I guess. And it's so weird because before they got on
he's not leading in his marriage
together, like before this red table talk and them getting on TV together and shit like that, I never looked at them no type of way. I did not care. I had no preconceived notion about their relationship. I did not care. Because I actually liked seeing Will on on there talking about his feelings and stuff like that and kind of his realizations about life and all that type of shit. I kind of was like, okay, you're very introspective now. I don't, that's cool. I think their whole showing their relationship and like how she expects certain things from him and how she talks about him changed. Because in Red Table Talk, like if you ever listen to her Red Table Talk, she talks about like how she shouldn't have got married and like she say a lot of negative things about him, which is okay. You're talking about him, that's fine. But he never says something like that about her. Like, it's not like y'all just be like, oh, he get on my fucking nerves, she get on my fucking nerves. It's not like a regular banter type thing. It's like, I feel bad for him.
So
like, you're right.
I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you're saying you don't like the way that she treats him, right?
Right.
Okay. But you're equating that with him being feminine and her being masculine. It's not just, oh, I don't like the way she treats him. Because she is dominant in the relationship, or she is like the more extroverted,
aggressive.
And you're using the word aggressive.
I am.
She was aggressive.
She's a man.
But if you look, okay, so you're saying you don't agree with that. You think you think she's not masculine and she's not aggressive and she's feminine.
I don't think that she's masculine. I don't think she's masculine, and I don't think she's feminine.
Very masculine.
When I
have you ever seen the glare that she gives, or the strong featured face she looks at? Like that's not masculine. What's your definition of masculine?
When I think about what somebody's saying masculine, I am thinking about as far as like their body, if that makes sense. like body type.
Right.
I think is you have a a masculine feature. But as far as the way they act,
so you don't think Jada got masculine feature face?
No. She said
that joint ain't strong as a motherfucker.
Not with them lines on her body.
She has the same face that she's always had. She just doesn't have hair. And because people equate women to having hair, y'all think she looks masculine. Her faces did not change. If you thought she looked feminine before, why do you think she looks like a masculine?
That ain't true. That ain't true. I think she got her cheeks done or something. Something is done. It's not. That's not true. If y'all seen Inkwell, her face had like soft. It was like a soft edges. It was different. I'm trying to tell you, she looked different. She did not look as chiseled. Like her face is strong.
Yes, her face is strong.
But
Lord.
I mean,
oh, so strong.
That's her thing. No.
Well, then
even in Low Down Dirty Shane, that was my bitch. She had short hair then too. This is different. Look at them cheeks. Them cheeks is chiseled. Okay. I'm sorry. Look at them ears is sharp. I don't know.
She look like a black Cruella DeVille.
Yes.
Like no, she's a fucking villain.
She changed.
I don't like the way she acts.
It's not just that though. It's not just that. It's that, but it's not just that. Something has changed about her. I don't know. Even something has changed about her. Maybe her acting has enhanced it. You know what I'm saying? But other things have shit has changed. Maybe she got even thinner in her shoulders. I don't know.
I feel like you have like a bias that you're not aware of though. I feel because you really
none of these people look masculine to you. Serena don't look masculine.
So Serena looks muscular to me.
And that's not masculine.
Her face is not masculine to me.
But her body is muscular and that don't look masculine. Because you said a body type. Her body type is masculine.
Her body type is a boy. Like since forever.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm confused. Like I'm the only one that feel like these women do have
body at all. So
I don't think Megan looks masculine.
Like a boy?
She's just tall or something. But I think she's absolutely beautiful. Like when she don't have makeup on, I think if anything, the makeup
look better
chisels her face too much. But it doesn't make her look masculine to me. I think she looks like a girl. She's just tall or something. Serena looks like a nigga. I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm sorry. She looks like a grown man.
Can you put Serena Williams picture up, please? You would think
look at them damn shoulder blades. Stop playing. Stop.
Damn shoulder what? Okay.
Stop. She got shoulder pads on.
See, it's proportion.
Y'all must not seen her in Sports Illustrated because
I have.
Shorty got body. I don't know what y'all talking about.
I know she got butt.
It's more than
butt. That joint probably about hard as a rock.
She looks
36, 23, like 48. Like no, she had it all.
Thank you, Carty. I don't think she looks like a man at all. I don't think.
I never thought that. I mean, her arms are big, but she's played tennis, so you have to have stronger arms. Now you talk about Michelle Obama.
I'm not saying it's not wrong. I'm just saying she looked masculine. I don't know.
Yeah, Michelle
I don't know why we.
It's pretty strong, but what's her excuse? You know.
Who?
Michelle doesn't look like a man either. She's not masculine.
No, I'm just saying her arms. Like so, when you come to if anything masculine about Michelle Obama, it would be her arms. I love me a
Michelle. I don't know. She look like
I love Michelle too, but she works out.
She has like Angela Bassett.
She do got a little bit of them shoulders though. It's not a shoulder.
It's you and the shoulders. What is up with you and the shoulder blades?
I don't know. Cause broad shoulders. You know what it is? Them broad shoulders, and then they be having that extra muscle right there. All that is very masculine.
Well, I got news for you, Tequila. When you take pictures of me from the back, my shoulders look like that too. Am I a nigga?
Huh? Yeah, you was a nigga.
I don't be seeing that.
What? Of course.
No, from the back, my shoulders are very broad. I'll show you a picture and you'll see what I mean.
The thing is, there's nothing wrong with being masculine though. Like some people do like it. I'm just stating obvious. I feel like I don't know. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying in a bad way.
I'm trying to figure out. You said society made up the gender roles, right, and the traits that are attached to the genders and stuff like that. And why do you think that's okay? Like when you say society, you really mean white people. That's what it is.
Trend-setting, white people. You know how they do.
Trend-setting.
I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like
Well,
it's a
they set the
different,
trends for
like
folks.
masculine
They're
and
the
feminine.
colonizers. They'll say, "Hey, we're taking over your country, and now you're going to be doing this."
I
This
send
is
the big to
legit
envy.
trendsetter. That's how they do.
Y'all are falling into the patriarchy.
I don't know.
No, you
I
can't
think
do
this
that,
is a
especially
little-
not with
this is
Jada. Jada slept
That's
with
one
her
person. That
friends.
is one person. She
her
just said
son's
Serena looked like a
friend.
nigga. She just said
She
Serena looks like a
slept
nigga.
with her
And that's
son's friend, and then say, "Hey, Will, how did that make you feel?"
What does
on
that
the
have to do
table.
with her being masculine? That just means she's a shitty person.
I don't listen. I don't
That's
know. I
shitty
think we
masculine
look too
energy.
broad.
So basically, you're saying that cheating is a masculine trait.
No, I'm not saying that. Being an asshole is really a masculine trait.
No, it's not. I'm an
It is.
asshole. Where's my dick?
It's tucked, girl. It's tucked.
Being an asshole is not a masculine trait. Y'all are proving my
No, it's
point.
masculine energy. Like
I don't
that
know why
shit-
this. I don't understand because I
like
feel like
a girl walking, talking,
I don't
smoking
know,
black
I
and
don't
mouth,
know.
spitting, and like acting like a nigga. Yeah, that's masculine energy. Like
So listening to y'all, I have cheating, being an asshole, working out and having an athletic body. These are all these things make you masculine. Y'all sound ridiculous. Y'all
I'm
sound
sorry.
So, all right. Okay.
If I see Jada
so
and
we
Ojara
watch,
pushing
listen, if we watch
250,
women
hell yeah.
bodybuilding, you gonna sit here and tell me that women are very feminine, there's no masculinity in their body. That's what you saying to me?
The female
Mm.
bodybuilders, a lot of
Yeah.
them take like testosterone.
That's not the point.
No,
They
no,
the point.
not-
The
not-
point is,
not
are
all
they
of them.
masculine?
If you use a
Not
male
all of them.
hormone to enhance you, it's gonna make deepen your voice.
Not all of them.
I ain't say all.
Broaden your body
So let's
and
talk
all
about
of
the
those
ones who
things.
don't
So why
take
when
those
I
type of
say someone
things.
looks masculine, is not you saying that's wrong. It's the same
Thank you,
thing. It's the same
Rockstar.
concept though.
Thank you, Rockstar. She said women can do all those things and be masculine. We can spit.
No.
Yes, y'all can be masculine.
The shorty
That's
doing
my
the
whole
whole-
point. I don't
if I
get
see a
it.
shorty
I'm not
walking down the street
debating.
and
I'm
a
just
hawk sticking,
saying some women
Nah,
are masculine.
that's
That's
a
what it
pass.
is.
That's a pass. I mean, the term butch wouldn't exist if masculinity wasn't real. So let's
Somebody made the word butch up.
because you can't be a man.
All of it is made up. Pink is for girls. That's made up. Blue is for boys. That's made up.
Shit, this is the Matrix. Everything is made
So
up.
why is there studs and stuff? If that's the case, it should be no studs.
women
Women should not be wearing
mustaches.
pants. Like
They
I
don't
don't
have a
think it's that. I don't think it's that. It's masculine and feminine. I don't like. And
you
then
don't
you can
think-
mix
you
them
don't
up.
think
You
that
can be a
dark
tomboy.
Wait, you don't think that dark-skinned black women are told that they are masculine way more than light-skinned black women? I'm just asking.
Do they have a beard?
Do they have a
No.
muscular body?
No. I get told I'm masculine all the time, and I swear I'm soft. Nope, apparently I'm scary. Well, Rockstar, I can understand why people would say that about you. I don't agree with it. I think that you are soft, but it's because you have a strong.
She got that
personality.
energy.
You
Yeah,
have a
she got
strong
energy.
personality, and people equate that. Like that's what I'm saying. Negative things are attributed to being feminine. So you got to be soft spoken and speak when spoken to, and be submissive, and all these things are looked at as being feminine. And when you speak up for yourself, and you are extroverted and you're confident, a lot of people equate that with being masculine. And that's something that black women tend to do a lot more because it's something that our grandmothers had to do, our mothers had to do. Like we've had to be in positions that other races of women have not had to be in. Because they never been through slavery. They never been through all those things. Our men are institutionalized and thrown in a jail at a much larger rate. So now you have a single parent household. We got to deal with things they don't have to do. We have to be strong in ways that they can't do. That's why white women, they be ready to slit their fucking wrists. He leaving me. I'm gonna have to raise my kids by myself. Oh my God, what I'm going to do? Because they've never had to step up like that. So we have a harder exterior because we've had to do these things, endure and survive.
And that's why we're so excellent.
I mean, I agree with
you can be
I agree with
feminine
that.
and still be rough around the edges too. There's nothing wrong having a healthy balance between the two.
But
You know,
what I'm saying is The same thing that you're saying is like that's wonderful, that's great, that's what makes us magical, is the same thing that we are demonized for. That's what I'm saying. People don't take that into equation. They like, I had a whole argument with my friend a couple of weekends ago. And he was like, "There's no traditional women, and the men don't want to come home and have to hear your bullshit all day, and it's hard. Like these women don't really want a good man, boop boop bye, and all this stuff like that." And I'm like, first of all, if I'm coming home from work, most likely I'm coming home from work too. Okay,
at this point,
I'm not sitting at home. We both working. And if I would like to be able to tell you about my day because I had a crazy day, that shouldn't be seen in a negative way. If you want somebody that's going to be able to just sit and listen to you vent about your day, then you need to be paying all the bills so I can stay at home so that I have that energy and that space for you when you come through the door, because I haven't had to deal with the things that you had to deal with. But not only do we have to work as well and take care of the kids as well, we had to deal with discrimination just like the black man does. And on top of it, we had to deal with sexism and misogynoir from the very people that's supposed to hold space for us too. That's what I'm saying. We don't hold space for each other. And when we already had to fight against everybody else, we don't want to have to fight against our men too.
Sounds like we all victims. Like we're all victims. End of the day.
We don't have to be. We don't have to all be victims.
Don't have to be. We just hold each other accountable. Yeah, if you hold someone accountable and they do what they're supposed to do, it should be even exchange. The only difference was between men and women, like that situation coming home, is we don't want to talk about our day because what's the fucking point of unloading on you?
Some people do.
And right, some people do, but usually men don't. But women, I had a hell of a day at work, and then now we listen to what's going on with you, and of course we're not going to be sharing because of course we're closed off. So that's one of the things. Oh, don't add your shit on top of my shit, and I'm not going to throw my shit on your shit. Don't throw your shit on my shit. That type of mentality. But I think it's healthy that you should talk.
But you're supposed to.
That's how niggas be.
Peace is like, you're supposed to be my place of peace and I'm supposed to be your place of peace. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But basically, you telling me, I don't want to hear shit you got to say. Just make me a sandwich.
This is my peace. I come home, beep, and boom, peace, instant peace.
I find it funny. Wait a minute, let me address Rockstar. She said, "I want to be soft as hell, but I can't. I have to pick up slack and be the man or the muscle, but I've been setting boundaries, so now everyone is falling in line better and is working better. Now I'm more feminine." You are,
you sexy ass girl.
You will find that if you make space for your partner, if you're compassionate, you listen to them. If you help them with the kids a little bit, you maybe help with the cleaning a little bit. I'm saying that if you're both working, if you do those things, your partner will be much softer.
And get your dick sucked.
And you'll get your dick sucked. Yes. My motherfucker come home and fall asleep on me. Boom, his piece. I'm cracking up. You had to give me some penis for you fall asleep, but I get it. That's all I'm saying. Be more compassionate. Like, don't be so quick to attack women, because you don't know, for a woman to be like that, right? We're not naturally aggressive like that. We don't just come into the world wanting to be aggressive. That's not who we are by nature. Obviously, she's been through some things in her life. And black men should be able to understand that better than anyone. She's been through some things in her life. You got to be able to trust your partner and feel safe with them before you can be vulnerable, because maybe she's been vulnerable in the past and someone took advantage of that. It didn't have to be a significant other. It could have been a parent or anything of that nature. Trust, secure. Like, women want to feel secure and safe. And then you can get those other things that you want from them. I will make you a sandwich at 3 a.m. if I feel loved and safe and secure and you meet on my knees.
And dick it right, yeah.
And lay in a pipe. You could be like, "Babe, can you really just go?" Yes, I will make you a fucking sandwich.
That's real love. I know I end up making a peanut butter jelly sandwich 2:00 in the morning for my girl with a side of chips, because That's love right there.
That is love. I like
You
that.
gotta do it sometimes.
Chips and peanut butter and jelly though.
She
She
is
pregnant?
snackish. No, she just has this weird snackish thing at like late at night. We was watching Pulp Fiction, like need some snacks.
I'm cracking up. I just want us to do better as Black people because people say they want Black love. That's great.
Don't know the cost.
People say they want Black love, but you have to understand these nuances of relationships. And don't get me wrong, I ain't sitting here like I'm some relationship expert because I'm not. But I know personally what it takes for me to be vulnerable with someone, for me to be soft with someone, because that is not how I'm built, because I've never been able to do that with people because they take advantage. So, and I'm sure men feel the same way. So think about what you would want for yourself. You want the softness. You want the Black men saying they can't cry, they can't come to Black women, or they be like toughen up. Probably because that's what they were taught too. So now y'all got a whole, like I said, a whole space for each other. I'm just saying. I could be wrong.
I want to say something real controversial.
Say it. I might eat you up, but go ahead, say it.
Maybe, but I believe that the Black men are the most unprotected species on the planet.
More so than Black women.
Yes.
So you going against what Malcolm X said?
Probably.
Because
probably
that saying is really that Black women are. Because we have to do.
I mean, it's definitely not a race argument, but there can be men that can be there for Black women, but at the end of the day, when a Black man down on his luck, there's no one to comfort a Black man. So that's the common denominator right there.
Because I would argue with you that Black women always show up for Black men.
Not all the time. I mean,
I would say the percentage.
we just had a whole conversation about how Black women can treat Black men bad, like Jada. Like, there's bitches like that in the world. Like, so imagine that one man, like, oh, okay, I literally have no one here to fight for me other than myself.
So this is what I had to say about that.
Please, just across the board, like, ain't no one protecting Black men out there when it comes down to the end of the day, when no one's there for them, Like I said, there could be a woman in place.
Court system, I agree.
Like court system, police, like just common denominator is men are zero. Until a good Black woman comes along and lifts them up.
A whole nother show about that because I don't agree with that at all.
You might not agree with it now, and you looking at different lights and different situations. Men are at the bottom.
Let's talk about how I don't feel protected by Black men at all. I've never felt protected by Black men. That
could be fine. That's also true too. But that doesn't mean that, another man in your situation doesn't have a Black woman to do the same thing.
I would challenge you and say that overwhelmingly Black women are more likely to show up for Black men and be there and support Black men than vice versa. And that also speaks to what I was just talking about. Overwhelmingly, Black women will be like, I want to be with a Black man. I don't want to date outside my race. I want to be with a Black man. We just started like really dating outside of our race and stuff like that. We would not do that shit at all. But Black men have always easily gone to go get themselves somebody of another race because they are exotic looking. Always was quick to get rid of a Black woman and be with someone of another race. Black women, we was holding on to y'all with everything in our being. We just started saying, you know what? They said, fuck us. Maybe we need to expand our horizons and look elsewhere. I don't agree with you at all.
Man, but then again, that also goes to the fact that, again, Black people are single more now than ever. And maybe that's the disconnect.
Rockstar said, we aren't protected by them. They have to do better. Women do more for them. You're correct. You're 100% correct.
Well, yeah,
But
if you're in a relationship, then yeah, that goes without saying. But then I'm talking
not,
about
not
outside
even
of
if you're in a
relationship.
relationship, just in general. In general, we will support y'all. We don't even have to halfway know y'all. We'll support y'all. But if somebody is like vilifying a black female celebrity or somebody online, y'all will jump right on that hate train like it ain't nothing. And the pick-me's, they gonna come to help y'all.
They be cooning. They be cooning. I hear you that.
What, in the interest of moving the show along, because I definitely could do a whole nother show with you about that and debate that situation, and we may do that in the future.
Let's put a pin in it.
Yes, we're gonna put a pin in it. But you got my juices going now because I don't agree with you at all.
Who get your juices going like I do, baby? You know how I do.
Carty, cut it up. All right, so we're going to put a pin in it, like Carty said. We'll argue about that another time, and we are going to move on to the debauchery with our Inside the Box segment.
Inside the box.
And if you don't know what the box is, your right hand is probably your best friend.
Mine's my left.
That's called the stranger.
That's when you sit on your hand and get numb, and then you do it.
Today on Inside the Box, we're going to get into something called Uterine Didelphes, aka double uterus.
Oh, how do you get one of those?
Basically, UD is a rare condition where you grow 2 uteruses instead of 1. So let's show you a normal uterus. 1 uterus, 2 fallopian tubes, 1 cervix, 1 vagina. That's a normal, typical uterus. So when you're in utero and you're growing, you have typically grow 2 uterus from 1 duct. It's hard to explain, but I ain't gonna get into a science of it because y'all ain't gonna be able to follow me sometimes. So you grow 2 and it fuses together to make 1 uterus. Mm-hmm. With people that have this particular irregularity, they will grow 2 separate uteruses. So instead of having the 1, it will veer off into 2 cervixes, which is the opening, and then 2 separate uteruses.
So 2 vaginas.
Yeah. No, 2 uteruses. You wish you had 2 vaginas.
I want to say 2 vaginas.
I would love 2 vaginas.
If you do end up having 2 uteruses and cervixes, you can also have 2 separate vaginas.
I was right.
Now,
break that down.
Huh?
Yeah, break that down.
All right, so because everything is divided into 2, it will just continue to divide into 2 all the way out, all the way to the end. So imagine your septum, right, like pussy? Your nose. Yeah, imagine your nose, right?
Okay.
And you know how you cut your nose straight down the middle and it's the line in between?
Mm-hmm.
That's how it looks.
That cartilage.
So 2 separate holes going into 2 separate cervixes into 2 separate uteruses.
Left pussy, right pussy. Hey.
You have 2 vaginas. I don't know if you looked into that. Can you bleed from both on your period?
Yes.
Ow!
Yes.
Double blood.
Now, it's a rare condition and it has a genetic component. So sometimes it runs in families and sometimes they don't really know the reason behind it. Now, some people don't realize they have this though, which I found a little fascinating. They don't know they have this, and even the GYNs that examine them and stuff don't know they have this. You would have to do like an ultrasound, and the reason why this is gonna blow your mind. And I sat here and was like, what? How you just not know? You will start to develop a dominant vagina, right? So you'll have like the right side and the left side. You will tend to like, say you want to wear a tampon or something like that. You'll put it in like, say your right side of your vagina. This is when you don't know. Like you just, all right, here's my vagina. I'll put it in. Right.
A master vagina.
And also you'll tend to have sex in that dominant side of your vagina. So your other hole will kind of get pushed to the side a little bit. It's still there, but it's not being utilized. Like,
does it make it tighter because you're just on one side?
So like, if you use the other one up too much, you could be like, well, go on the left side. That's tighter.
Right. Yeah. Make a left at
and
that pussy.
I was thinking this. I'll tell you why it's a little weird soon. Hold up. So, okay. They don't know that they have it. They find out that they have it. They definitely can have, you can get pregnant. You definitely can have a period in both. Now, what happens is because you don't know, you tend to try to use tampons and they don't really work because you have a whole nother vagina to, I mean, a whole nother uterus and vagina to deal with. So pads are probably the best option. But what happens is they both ovulate at the same time. So you'll just seem like you have one period. It's not like you had your period out of one and then you have a
November. I was thinking the same thing.
I'm cracking up. It sounds good. It sounds good. In my mind, I would be like, you know what? Let's do the other one tonight. You know what I'm saying? The other one's sore. Let's go to the other one tonight. Let's go to the left side.
Or I'm not
cheating the right side for
I only gave him the left side. I never gave him the right side. The right side is for you, baby.
Right.
It's not cheating.
I agree. I feel like you definitely should be like, listen,
both pussies.
This one a little tired today. Let's go. Child.
Well, wait. All right, I got one more question. I got another question. So, like, if somebody is fingering you, right? They wouldn't like. You wouldn't
not necessarily.
Fork of the road,
not
baby.
necessarily. Not if you, like I said, you'll have a dominant one. So one will be being used. Even the men might not realize you have it. They'll just go into the regular hole that's a little open more. The other one might be kind of pushed to the side and kind of like obscured. You know what I mean? Like, because it's really just a thin piece of skin between both. It's just, you know what I mean? So they might just be using that when you put it in that one, you know? Now.
I'm just thinking like, so like, if you have a big dick and you can't go into the left or the right, you go straight. Do you
you could tear that jaw.
Yeah, I'm thinking about rippage.
Yeah.
I don't have pearls. I don't have pearls, but
I'm just thinking about me. Like, my dick. I'm like, I can't go left. I can't go right. I gotta go straight. Like, what am I gonna do?
You said you can't go left or right. You have.
I can't go left. I can't go right. It's just what
she need a boomerang dick.
You need that. You need that crazy hook. You can just
the other one mad because he gets pushed to the side.
Yeah, you gotta twist that shit. You gotta shimmy your dick in there.
Now, you can definitely get pregnant in both. That is something that I know, right? So there was a person who got pregnant with twins in the right and a single in the left. The only issue is you're at higher risk of miscarriage because your uteruses are smaller than it's supposed to be. So you might miscarry, but this person went full term, but you know, they usually have to have a C-section. They won't be able to push it because their vagina is minuscule. So it definitely is an interesting thing, but you can get pregnant in both.
How do you feel pulling out twice? Him must be the most unluckiest nigga ever.
But like maybe it's like this day I use the right one, then this one I use the left one, and I done fucked up. Like,
oh man,
I'm busting both. Like,
I'd have been mad as shit.
Busting 3 baby, child.
What? No,
yes, actually, we're gonna talk about that next week.
Be here next week because we're going to talk about double dicks next week.
Now, there are some other issues that happens along with UD. Some women who only grow one kidney for some reason have irregular sex organs, so they might have double uteruses. You can have bladder extrophy, so your bladder growing outside of your body. Small kidneys, cervical agenus, or born without a cervix, born without a vagina. You could be born without a vagina. These are weird conditions. I know.
You could be
weird
born
things
without a
happen,
vagina.
like irregular
just
things
no slit,
that happen.
just
I don't
nothing?
know why, but it's associated with UD for some reason.
So you don't have a hole down there?
You just a Barbie doll? Just
yes. It's wild. It's wild. So
I got press button again.
I need to see
Add a point to the board.
see a picture. You say
yeah,
y'all don't
we need to do.
Yes, sis, come on. Wait a minute now. I need to see.
Now this can be corrected. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
So
if you see the picture of the two vaginas, it's interesting. It looked interesting.
We're
Like,
gonna start doing an after show because there's a lot of things that we cannot show y'all when we do our sex segments, because we talk about some wild shit on here. If it's your first time here, we always talk about really crazy things in our sex segments. You never just want to get like, oh, should I suck dick on the first date? We're never going to talk like that.
But yes,
we always talk about crazy stuff. So we are really thinking about doing an after show where we are able to show you the actual pictures so you can see the Barbie doll. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. Or you can see the double dicks for the future show. So y'all make sure y'all keep following us because we want to start that up because you have to see some of the shit to actually believe it.
Now,
so if someone with chlamydia fucks one vagina, can I use the other vagina while the antibiotics work?
Yeah, it's vagina adjacent. It's right there.
Okay. You know what? I need to research that. That's smart. That is smart. I feel like it'll be, you know what I'm saying? You only got one set of lips. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the mid will be on the lips too. I don't know. That's a lot.
You're burning twice.
But you can get this corrected. It seemed like a simple correction though. You would just have to cut the septum, cut the extra skin that's separating them, and probably just sew that up, and it'll be one vagina.
But then you want to have a big ass hole.
But if you can get up into the cervix, you have two cervixes you can play with.
Child.
And I'm down with that.
It's a new meaning of getting these guts.
For sure.
Like
now, I do have an account from someone who has this. I want to say suffer, but I don't mean to say suffer. It's not suffer.
It's suffering. It's
just a position.
They're hurting.
So I'm gonna try to answer some of these questions. So a sex expert actually asked a person who has these questions, and they asked so they asked her, do you have two separate vaginas? Like they were trying to ask like these simple questions, and she said no, she does not have two separate holes. Her vagina splits off into two distinct vaginas about 1 inch in. So basically she has one hole and then it'll separate into two. So say she got like the outer section, right? You go in, and then as you get an inch in, you can't see, it'll open into two.
She got tunnels.
No, she got two tunnels.
She has one hole that splits into two. Right. So you go. This one. So hers is more, I guess, like this, but not really. Well, yeah, it's more like this, but she does have two holes. It doesn't open until you get in a little bit.
It's a lot going on.
It's hard. It's hard to explain.
You got the Brooklyn subway station down there. Fuck.
She got the Underground Railroad.
Don't hop on the wrong train. You might go somewhere else. I'm sorry. I'm a drink.
They asked about foreplay, and asked if she uses fingers for each vagina during foreplay, and he said yes, but you have to go in with one first and then open them. So hers is a little more deeper.
I'm thinking about using vibrators. Like she gonna have two of them Johns.
That's a lot. She also says that both of her vaginas are different in size. So her right side is a little wider, I guess. So her left side is painful. So when she tries to have sex on her left side, it hurts. So her right side is her dominant side.
The master pussy.
So what it is if she ever meet a man with a little dick, you see what I'm saying? Listen, she solved the problem. My God, today I could be with anybody. It's a good man with a little dick. She gonna call. I heard. Yeah, you know what? You got a little dick. You just stay to the left.
I
Big
got the
dick
perfect
nigga.
pussy for
Hey,
you.
to the right, I got the perfect pussy for you.
Know your lane.
That's right. Know your lane.
Know your lane. No turning signals. You go either get with this or you can get with that.
Little dick niggas. Let's hope.
They asked her, does she have a healthy sex life? And she says yes. The issue is she can only have clitoral orgasms. She won't be able to have... Apartment A is his.
Apartment A is his. That's right. That's right.
My question. Wait, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, ask the question.
My question is, can she charge double? That's what I really want to know.
I feel like she should.
Like a 4 for 4.
Yeah, like 4 for 4. You know, like hey, don't go on this pussy. I charge you extra. Like
so she can only come from clitoral orgasms, and the reason why is because the septum part of the vagina, the piece of skin is covering where her G-spot is supposed to be.
Okay.
So it won't allow her to have a G-spot orgasm.
That's bullshit.
I know that's kind of torture. She can have penetrative sex, but yeah, it won't. Clitoral orgasm is all she's able to achieve. I wonder why she doesn't get the surgery. Because it seems like if the other one is so much smaller, I feel like maybe it will even out if she. But that's probably painful.
Not right-handed pussy.
Right-handed pussy dominant. You know.
Yes, she ain't ambidextrous. That's what it is. Like a pussy
Airbnb or
Uber pussy. Someone coined that phrase. We need that service right now, please. Someone out there.
You know what? I'm feeling
Uber pussy.
Uber pussy.
30% off your order with the discount code. Unicorn straight no chaser.
You can add a friend. You can add a friend. You can split the ride.
Split the ride. Pussy share.
Pussy share.
Oh my god, we didn't stop.
Oh shit.
My god.
Oh Lord. I'm sorry.
I don't know. That's a lot of work, I feel like. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to deal with. One vagina is a lot of work.
Shit, imagine having 2 dicks.
2 separate situations.
While we talking about Uber pussy, if you like this content, give us some stars.
There we go. Yeah, 5-star ratings. Actually, no, 500 stars. Let's do 500
Uber pussy,
stars.
okay?
Uber pussy.
Go ahead, Tokyo.
She also says her partner doesn't notice the difference. Other than the fact that, she told him and the way he has to maneuver in there is he said he doesn't feel any difference.
That's such a man answer.
Exactly.
Hey, it's pussy to me. It's all pussy. I'm gonna do it.
We got 2 pussies.
Okay.
I ain't worried about it.
I only got 1 dick with him.
And says until the 2 dick nigga comes along, they connect like Voltron. And,
oh my god!
And it becomes super. Voltron.
Just now y'all listen, my porn search is about to be real wild because I'm about to look for a 2
you gotta catch mad viruses
with a 2 pussy person having sex.
Yeah,
that might cause the end of the world.
Your computer gonna fucking blow up. And FBI is gonna be at your door asking questions.
There, like it got to be a niche.
It's got to exist somewhere.
I read a book about the 2 penises though. Like it's an actual book of a guy who had it, and it's wild. Wild. Okay.
I gotta see a picture. I can't wait till next week.
Does she think she's just better than everybody else? Like, I got 2 fucking pussies, bitch. You got nothing on me.
Lick my pussies. Pussies. I know.
Never had no shit like this before.
It's facts.
You only made one of my pussies come, bitch. You ain't shit. That dick was all that. I got a double dick, nigga. That I can call. Put it in Uber pussy right now.
That's the promo code. Unicorn straight no chasing.
Oh my god! Promo code Unicorn straight no chasing.
Yeah, 10 inches on your order.
Oh my God. I'm glad I don't get
All right.
drunk no more when we do the show, because child.
Why not? Ain't that the whole point? That's why I got this big mug full of tequila I've been drinking all episode.
You can get drunk. I have to make sure we stay within our time limit. So I can't be drunk.
Good.
Because then I'll be getting cussed out for not jumping off the stream in time. You know, we go on and on and on.
Is that Patreon going?
Oh my God. Yes, we are going to get the Patreon going. We're going to be bringing y'all content there so we can show y'all the pictures. We can tell y'all some of our salacious stories from the first season. Backtrack a little bit because there's a lot of stuff. We won't be have to worrying about Twitch taking us the fuck down no more. Like,
ain't that Twitch?
That's crazy.
No nipples. It was no nipple showing.
It was the caress. It was the caress that did.
It was a caress.
Caressing
caress. It wasn't
caressing.
He was sucking the titty way too good. Just shut it down.
He wasn't even sucking the titty. He was
sucking his thumb, but
he was sucking his thumb. Like, right, he was
slightly
just like
caressed the tip of the
he just cupped it.
So we were talking about lactophiles for anyone that's here for the first time. We were talking about lactophiles, and that's men that have a kink about drinking breast milk and they want it straight from the titty. So we had a picture of the man just laying next to the titty. You couldn't see areola, you couldn't see nipple or anything. He's just sucking his thumb like a grown ass Jody. You know what I'm saying? That's a baby boy reference. If you don't know what it is, you're too young. And we got flagged for that shit. So yeah, so we gotta be careful because we don't want to get hit again. But Patreon, there is a God.
There's always Twitter too.
Yes.
You can show whatever you want on Twitter.
I'm trying to get on my Twitter more, so I'll be posting on Twitter more. But before we leave you this evening, if you miss any of our episodes, you can always watch the replays on all Head Nerds in Charge platforms, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitch, okay? You can also find our season 1 on the Head Nerds in Charge YouTube channel. So you can go back and find all the debauchery that we talked about previously. All right. You can also listen to us while you are at work. Okay. Make sure you got your AirPods in. You can find the audio from all of our shows on Anchor and on Spotify. So if you need help getting through your work day, pop that in. Okay. Now, if you get in trouble, that ain't my fault. I'm just saying it's an option. Also, HNIC Con is in June. All right. I'm one of your assistant con directors. Y'all make sure y'all save the date. The theme is Caribbean Carnival. You want to get your mosh, you want to wear your feathers, make sure y'all come out, get y'all tickets at www.headnerdsincharge.com so you can come enjoy the music, the steel pan, drum bands. You want to make sure that you're there. Also, enjoy all the after dark content that is going to be made there. Make sure you get your tickets now. Get the VIP ticket now. And the Cage Awards. I'm one of the managing directors for the Cage Awards. It's a virtual award show for the culture by the culture. We are going to honor all the blurs that are in our nerdy circle, okay? Cosplayers, gamers. You want to make sure that you don't miss that out. More details are going to be coming soon. You can find out more information at www.cageawards.com. You can also follow us on Instagram so that you can stay up to date on everything that's going on with that. Until then, tell everybody where you can be found at Tokyo.
You can find me on Tokyo_Tequila on Instagram and Tokyo T on Facebook.
Because we need to be doing some Freaky Fridays with y'all. And Soft Daddy Dom.
Soft Daddy Dom here. You can find me Twitch and Instagram at the Carty Experience. Also at Baychan_After Dark on Twitter. So yeah.
And I am Siren by Night. So you can find me on IG at Siren by Night, on Facebook at Siren by Night, TikTok at Siren_by night, and now Twitter at Siren by Night. I didn't want to do a Twitter, but here we are. Okay. And also follow our YouTube page. We have Unicorn Straight No Chaser YouTube page. We are going to start posting all clips from our show on our YouTube page. So if you don't want to sit through the entire show, you could just get all the funniest, most informative parts like that. That's for everybody that has ADHD and a short attention span. Okay. So please, please, please join us on Thursdays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are always going to bring you shenanigans. We're going to bring you debauchery. Make sure you bring your wine, your liquor. Make sure you roll up, get your bong, your edibles, all of that. If this is your first time here, please don't be a stranger. If you like the content that we are bringing you, please give us stars. You know, feed the poor. All right. Join us next time for an education, a laugh, and always a heavy pour.
All right.
See you next Thursday for the penis episode, hopefully.
Double dick.